Welcome back to the Pennzoil Platinum NASCAR Sprint Cup Series event here in Thunder Valley, Bristol Motor Speedway. 323 laps are complete. Kyle Busch has led 269 of them. There's Kyle going by the 48 car, Jimmy Johnson. That's now being shown 16 laps down in 33rd position. Carl Edwards running in second position. Jeff Gordon back in third. Things starting to mix up toward the back there. There's the 44 car.
Yeah, we've been watching the 70 and 44 go at each other back and forth, and it looks like there's maybe a little tempers flaring between these two. It's like all the letters are rubbed off all the tires on this 70.
They've been single file, 2 wide, and 3 wide. You see him up. Yeah, there's a reason to get a little upset. Bobby Labonte taking advantage of that. Oh, yeah.
Bobby says, while you guys wreck each other, I'm going to go ahead and take the spot away.
Ridgman's car looks like he's kind of gone away from him. He's pretty good on the fresh tires, but that problem in the center seems to make it a little bit worse as he runs on. We see Elliott Sadler there on the bottom of the racetrack. He's had a number of problems tonight. Started with sliding through his pit area or into it and against the walls, and then he had his seat belts to come undone. Had to come back in under green to get those fastened back. You don't hear that much today happening. It used to happen, you could get caught with the buckles that we used to have then, but with these seat belts now, it's just highly unusual that something like that would take place.
Lots of traffic for our leader, Kyle Busch. We mentioned that the driver who has led the most laps in the last 5 Bristol races has failed to win it, which means that it's hard to dodge bullets here all night long for 500 laps.
Now, Kyle's done a good job of it tonight. He has been in heavy traffic almost all night long. He's shown great patience, as he is right here.
You know, sometimes it's harder. You'd think that the leader, because these guys are getting the passing flag from them first, with him being the leader. But a lot of times, if guys aren't a lap down, that flagman's not going to give that. He's going to let them race. So sometimes it's harder being the leader and being patient, like Kyle Busch has done tonight. You know, he wants to lead. That's not hard, but it makes it difficult to go through traffic, which he's encountered for a lot of those laps that he's led.
They put Regan Smith a lap down. He was being shown in 15th position.
Yeah, the one thing about that is Dale Earnhardt Jr. was in that spot, and now the more cars that Kyle Busch laps, the farther away Jr. gets from that lucky dog spot. He's been really working on it all night long, trying to get that lap back. But Kyle Busch making it tough. He's lapped a lot of race cars.
Here are the next candidates for Kyle to pass. We're talking about the 16 and 17. The teammate, Roush Fenway teammates of Biffle and Kenseth, who are running in 13th and 14th. These are the last cars on the lead lap, and Kyle Busch trying to run them down.
And you remember just a few minutes ago, David Raglin was right in front of these guys. Well, he's passed them, gone on past his other teammate, Jamie McMurray, and moved into the top 10. Andy, we look pretty decent here. Your guys in Eric Almirola's in 9th, and David Reagan's in 10th. So for once, we look like we sometimes wouldn't know what we're talking about.
Looks pretty racy.
I'll give it to you guys. You pick Eric Almirola and have a lot of experience here, and DJ, you picked a guy in a backup car starting 43rd as your sleeper, and you're looking awful good.
See Kurt Busch here. He had gotten a free pass earlier and actually driven himself up into the top 10, but it looks like he's struggling a little bit on this run as he battles with Greg Biffle here.
These guys are actually pretty safe from going a lap down because they're about almost a half a lap ahead of Kyle Busch. They are the last cars on the lead lap.
Up front, Kyle Busch, Edwards, Gordon, Hamlin, and Harvick. That's the top 5, and Kyle Busch just set and sail. Dave?
And Kyle and Carl have been the fastest 2 cars all night. They'll know they'll have to race each other for the win. Listen to them sizing each other up under green just a few laps ago.
Might just tighten it up a titch because in the long run we're better than him, but I don't want him to beat me on the short run. If we get a short run down to the end or something stupid.
And guys, Carl Edwards came back and talked about how he saw that the 18 car was loose at the start of that run, and that was what Kyle was reporting. So those two are watching what each other are doing. They know where they can beat each other. Carl on the short run, but right now Kyle's got him beat on the long run. And he hasn't passed him yet, by the way, guys. You know, Carl says he hasn't beat on the short run. He's just that much better on the short run. He still hasn't gotten by him.
Yeah, it's real simple. We're way better on the short run. And about 10 laps in, when we start getting a little tight in the center, he's pretty good because he's too loose to begin. I can get him on the short run, he's just a tick quicker right now in the center.
What he's got to hope for then is a yellow flag with a few laps to go and get him a shot, maybe.
They've sized each other up pretty well there.
Yeah, we've seen Carl have some trouble panking those passes on the inside, and I'm pretty sure Kyle Busch knows that too. He watched that earlier. That's how he got by him originally.
A week ago, it was Kyle Busch trying to run this guy, Carl Edwards, down. Kyle was so good in the middle of the race. Carl was good toward the end. And we will see caution again for the 5th time. This one is debris on the racetrack.
And it came off the 44 car, and if you were wondering, Dale Earnhardt Jr. did not get that. We documented earlier that he was the first car, but Kyle Busch has gone on since then and lapped Paul Menard and Regan Smith in the 0-1.
Yeah, that's the whole back bumper or TV panel off of the 44 car from earlier contact. It stayed up in the fence.
Yes, up on the safer barrier there for a minute, but chances were that was going to come down pretty quickly, and NASCAR couldn't take that chance of someone running over it. But they'd been beaten on that rear.
And they finally knocked it off, didn't they?
Some of the braces in the back of the car they use to try to protect themselves and the fuel cell. Missing the entire sleeve of sheet metal.
Leaders are on pit road. Jamie.
And they're making an air pressure adjustment on that right front to protect the wear because of that toe out condition. So Clint said he feels the car taking longer to come around, but he said, I want to protect these tires. You see him taking it off that right front. So far, so good. He worked his way up into the top 8 position, their way around on the left side. Quick pit stops all night for the 07, 14.9 down and away. Mike?
Jeff Gordon said during that last run he cut a lot better, but could use a little bit more help with his drive off. They're going to make a chassis adjustment and 4 tire change in the 24, Dave.
The leader with a loose race car wants half of the wedge adjustment back, so they're going to do that. Carl, to get a little bit better on the long runs, they're going to make an air pressure adjustment for his race car. Let's watch a race off pit road, see if the 18 crew can do it again. A little, yeah, 1/10 of a second longer. I think that's another good stop.
Race off of pit road. Again, great pit work down there. No change in the top 5. And Boyer, you saw the good work over there Jamie was talking about. Up a spot. Tony Stewart back 1. And David Reagan continuing a miraculous run there in the top 10. Well, both these guys know how to win at Bristol, Tennessee. In 2007, in the 5 car, it was Kyle Busch winning in the spring. And when they turned the lights on in August, yeah, it was Carl Edwards that spanked them. How good are these guys here?